So, I want to talk a little bit about Pirates of the Galaxseas.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about
Let's
Pirates.
talk about it.
Okay. So, years ago, I want to say, what are we looking at? 2013, 2014? I get a phone call. Well, first off, I ended up putting up some figures on Amazon. Now, I don't usually do this, but I said, you know what? I'm going to put a couple figures up on Amazon because I have retailers do it. I try not to, to overlap. But they were all sold out, so I said, what the hell? Let me go ahead and do it. Oh, yeah. I get a message not that long after that from Walter about, hey, this is really cool. These are really awesome. Like, So I fired back an email.
Why would you do this?
And then
I had bumped into these figures literally accidentally. Like I can't remember. I wish I could remember what I was Googling, and somehow the Hercules figure from Realm of the Underworld popped up, and I about fell out of my chair because I've been collecting for a while. Like most guys, I have almost everything, kinda. And in the Remco realm of things, I kind of got everything. And then I saw that, and I was just like,
we'd hope to take her back.
Like, did this happen and I missed it? Like, did this exist in the 80s? Because the packaging, the figure, everything about it was so perfectly vintage. I was just, that night, I think I bought maybe wave 1, the entire wave, and then literally like could barely sleep because I couldn't wait till the next morning, and I called him on my way driving to work. Like, it was that early in the morning. I was so excited that like somebody was recreating this, and it hit me on such a nostalgic level. It was just crazy.
I want to think we talked on the phone for at least an hour plus. I want to think, and the first thing I was thinking is like, because I get phone calls from people, and I think I explained this to Walter, is I get phone calls because and they say, yeah, I'm a customizer, I really like what you do, and this and that, and I say, yeah, this is cool, like, you don't think. He's like, I'm going to send you a few pictures, and want to see. I saw these pictures, and I was immediately put into like a whole, because like I said before, I think on a level, and when I saw these, and I was like, that's the first thing you think about is like, wait a minute, this dude thinks exactly like I do when it comes down to this, and his sculpting is like next level, and the way that he does things in the same type of spin, and I love it. Like, I loved every bit of it. I was working on Pirates of the Galaxseas at the time, and actually, what were you working on? You were working on Hammer of the Gods, weren't you?
Yeah.
You're doing a character, so he customized the characters based off of, and which is really awesome. It's like based off of the old, like, if you can remember, like the Rocky figure, and then mashed it. It's the most amazing stuff that you would actually see. Like, do you even have, okay, you have to deal with it. Okay, so if you look at Grant up at the top left, it's like that. When I first saw that, I was lost into that world. Like, I honestly got lost in that. I was like, wow. Like, and then I showed my mom. I was like, Mom, because, she does the sculpting, she does the painting. She's like, Michael, that is really, really amazing stuff. Really amazing, Michael. And I was like, wow, that's cool. Don't you think so? I was totally into it. It was great. It was awesome. He's laughing because he knows. He knows.
And he does a good Mama Jean impersonation. So
and then to see that you did even the female in a style, like a brand new female. Did you see the new female? Did you show that last year? I think it's the first year you actually had.
Yeah, this is the first year it's at this show.
So it's the new. It's just amazing, like, to see how much you're evolving in this whole thing too.
That's very cool. But we turn them into these gorgeous ladies here is the point. Like, give these to customizers so they can go crazy and create their own females. So we sell these relatively cheap, like $35. You can pick these up, do your own thing, then mold and cast that and sell that.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. That's amazing. And taking the spin, like I said, and taking that to that level, and seeing the level of like detail with this. I mean, Bronson, like these are just insanely awesome. Like, if you look at it. So when I was talking to Walter, he actually said, well, look what I was working on these two. I don't want to step on your toes, but I'm working on these two. I'd like to and I looked at him and I was like, whoa, Sinbad, Blackbeard, like, you had a couple other characters, like, and he drew up. And I was like, man, I know where this is going. So where my head goes, I know where this is going. And so the next possible step is just, hey man, I think we should collaborate on things. I think we should just put some stuff together and get these sculpts going. And Frazetta. He's done a version of the Death Dealer that we're actually going to take over to Frazetta and take a look at that and see how well that, I'm sure she's going to absolutely love it. I would love to see it. So let's take a look. You guys are going to see it at the same time I am.
All right, so these are all in different stages. I'd say this is like maybe a step from completion, but really close.
Oh, look at that. It's beautiful.
Wow, yeah, that's cool. I like how it hooks back in. That is amazing. Look at my hands. Look at my hand. No, just kidding.
Is that shown off?
It was, but we yanked his head for a second because I just want to scale-wise so you can get just an idea. This is like,
Has always ruled.
wow. So, obviously, Death Dealer's going to have a, if you just throw that there,
That's amazing.
but we should have stuck it on the ground body real quick.
Yeah, well, that was original. Wasn't that okay? So
That's kind of how it started.
How many years? Like, how many years ago did you do that piece?
That had to be closer to like 2006. It was that far back. Yeah.
So the Grand figure originally was.
Yeah, I was a Death Dealer. Yeah, so the head got sent to someone for casting and never came back because sometimes collaborations don't work out.
Yeah.
But I sent that original sculpt, which was nothing like this. I mean, maybe at some point when this is all public, we'll post the pictures of the old one compared, like 2006 sculpt versus this, and it's kind of comical. But yeah, the body just got repurposed for Grand. So he's got a little Death Dealer DNA in him. Go back to Pirates. This one is more like final phase sculpt now. It's been glossed up.
Dude.
This is ready for molding and casting to now send to Mike.
That is amazing. I love it. This is really cool. I gotta see what my mom. When I'm gonna walk this over, when we get a chance, we'll walk this over to my mom. Oh, dude, this is awesome. The pictures just don't do it justice. I mean, when this is amazing, really amazing. It's cool. And again, in that spin, if you could tell, there's an element there of like you could just feel the 80s when you're holding that figure. And a lot of this stuff, well, obviously, a lot of this stuff here, it has that feel to it. When you're going through and actually seeing those characters.
Right. And then this is
what?
Sinbad. Remember, I told you we needed to rework those earrings to make sure that they were going to be flush against the head.
Dude,
now this
what?
this is like.
Wait a minute, what? Like
if this was stage 2, this is stage 3. This is probably like a stage 1. Like could still be worked on, still be messed with, but getting there.
I had no idea that you were going to have these here. I had no idea. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's honestly an honor to get to work with Mike because I think too often he gets passed over for the fact that we're about to have 5.5 figures once again at retail shelves.
Yeah.
That's because of people like Mike who kept this alive when nobody cared about 5.5 anymore. Companies didn't care. The fan base had shrunk down. There were a core few people out there like Mike and a couple collector groups who had become customizers who pushed this when nobody cared. And now it's hot again and you walk in Walmart and can find 5.5 figures with articulation based on wrestlers. And soon after that, all of the Masters line reintroduced. And I'm happy about that. I'm a fan. I want that stuff. But it wouldn't have happened if Mike wouldn't have kept the flame burning for all those years.